What you saying, ladies and gents? It's your boy BucketHatSam, and we're back again today for another video. Today's video, we're going to be discussing Frank Lampard, who has just been appointed as the new Everton manager. By the time this video goes out, it will be official and everyone will be happy. Well, I say everyone will be happy, and that's what we're going to discuss, because a lot of Chelsea fans and a lot of people look back at his reign at Chelsea and him as a manager as a whole and discuss, is he really a good manager? That is the question, because it didn't work out for him at Chelsea. He got sacked and now he's been appointed the new Everton manager. And we're going to delve into it in this video, whether I believe he is a good fit, whether he's a good manager and all things like that. But if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, we are so close to hitting 1,600 subs. It would really honestly make my day if we could, because I've just come back from a non-league game. The content never stops. It's very late at night. We do this for you guys. But anyway, let's get straight into it. We'll start off with his Derby reign, because this is a part that I think made him as a manager. Obviously, it was his first job, and he was backed. Back at that time, I remember, if you looked at that squad he had, he took Derby to the playoff final, and he did bottle it, if you want to say it like that. They lost out to the Villa, but that squad he had players like Harry Wilson, Mason Mount, Tomori, and they're playing some really nice free-flowing football, but he has a very, very good squad with him. So yes, you can say it was a pretty solid season, but then obviously things then went from there, and he got appointed as the Chelsea manager. And there was a lot of question marks when he got the job, but I think the main reason why people gave, the main reason why he got the job was purely down to the transfer embargo that Chelsea were under. And obviously he'd worked with the youth, and he was working with Mel Morris, and the two of them they had to use the youth system that Chelsea had got. And we all know it's a very good system, and it worked out well for him. His first season came fourth in the league, got Champions League football, went to the FA Cup final, which he lost, which one thing I do think Everton fans is, it's not a good start to his trophies, is it really? Losing in two finals, playoff final and FA Cup final, but I might be looking into it too much. Who knows? But one thing I think is really interesting is a lot of people think he was sacked harshly. And when you look back, I think he was. Obviously, Chelsea were ninth in the league. The football wasn't great, but they were only 5 points off top of the table. Whereas you look now, Tuchel, they're a lot further right now. I can tell you the exact amount. I probably should have checked that as I said it. They're now 10 points off the top. So you could say it was harsh, but Chelsea Football Club just cannot be ninth in the league. So I think that was the main reason why he was sacked. And a lot of people look back at his reign and say he didn't really have a system, he didn't really have a style. But one thing you can say is he did change it up a lot, which, again, now this is where it splits people. I'm under the impression I like a manager who has a system, a vision, a brand, a style of play, and sticks to it. But I also like a manager who can occasionally change it. But with Frank Lampard, he had a lot of systems he tested out, and I think it was naivety. I think it was him trying to get used to management, because obviously it was only his second or third season in management. So it is a lot to ask, but he's going into an Everton club now that have been starved of trophies. Now let's talk about Everton. Starved of trophies. They haven't won a trophy since 1995. And this, when you look at them, they are one of the pillars of English football, Premier League football. They're one of the 7 clubs in the Premier League who've never been out of the league. I say 7. I think it's 7. I hope it's 7. But I would be worried. This Everton job is a really sticky one. You actually look at their position in the table. They're 16th in the table, and they're 4 points off the drop. Won 1 in the last 13 games. Their form is absolutely horrendous. And they quite easily could get drawn straight into this relegation battle. I know a lot of people might think I'm being ridiculous here. They've got Newcastle next game. If Newcastle beat Everton a point off them, they could get dragged into this so easily. And they've got some really sticky games. They've still got to play Newcastle. Then they've got Man City, Tottenham, Wolves. Then they've got Watford, big game. West Ham, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester, Arsenal. It's not an easy run. Frank Lampard needs to understand. Well, he understands this, obviously, if he's taken the job. This is a huge job, a huge club that is in a really bad situation now. The form's not great. The side isn't great. Yes, he's got Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison coming back, but right now, and I know a lot of people might clip me up and say I'm absolutely ridiculous, Everton are in a relegation battle. And they only get to play Watford and Newcastle in this relegation scrap. Huge, absolutely huge. And that first game back is absolutely massive. Like, that is season defining. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what he does with the side. I personally don't think he's a great manager. I haven't seen enough of him yet. And I know, obviously, he got Chelsea to the round of 16, got them into the last 16 in the Champions League. And he did get that 4th place finish. But I haven't seen enough from Lampard to suggest he's a top tier manager, because Everton are a huge club. I know obviously right now they're not in a great situation, but I think they should be going for a top tier manager again, somebody like when they went for Ancelotti. And obviously that didn't work out exactly how it planned, but I think Everton could have appointed a better manager here. I just don't think it's the perfect fit. And I don't think we've seen enough of Lampard yet to see whether he deserves it. I think this is the whole then thing of when you look at managers and say, did they get jobs too soon? Potentially, I could happily eat my words. And I really want Lampard to work out because I love Everton as a football club. I love the history they have got, a huge, really well-run family club. I love everything about Everton. And I love Lampard as a footballer and as a guy. I think he's so calm and collected in interviews. I think he's great. So I really hope it does work out. But I've just not got a good feeling about this. Personally, when I look at it from an outsider's point of view, non-biased, I don't think he's a top tier manager, but I will happily be proven wrong. Let me know whether you guys think he'll be a top tier manager. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, as I said, smash that like button and subscribe. It would really mean a lot. Hopefully I haven't annoyed anyone. It's just my honest opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But thank you for watching. BucketHatSam over and out. Thank you. Goodbye.